Welcome to the Mystic Fool. I'm Martin Worth, and this is the Mystic Fool.
Essential self, essential nature. Yeah. What is it? It's definitely a thing. I mean, we are such a multi-dimensional being. You know, you have your thoughts, you have your feelings, emotions, have your beliefs, your assumptions, programs that you pick up, you know, things you've been taught you shouldn't do, things that work, things that don't work, happy, sad, whatever. What identities do you have? You know, and I've probably said this before on the podcast, that none of those things are who you truly are. Yeah. Essential self. That part of you that is eternal, immortal. Yeah, all-knowing, all-seeing. As opposed to that part of you that is limited by this third-dimensional reality, limited by the things that we've been programmed to believe. You see, the human being as such, the soul that you are in this incarnation, is very easily programmed. You know, part of living in this third dimension is to, the necessity to learn how to navigate this age or that age. I mean, if you were born back in the 1800s or back in the 600s, you'd have a whole different set of circumstances, you know. Way back when, you'd be learning how to keep the saber-toothed tigers away from the door, and now we're learning how to keep other things away from the door. Different level, same stuff. And when we have to learn how to navigate in this world, the sad part is that we forget who we were before we came here. Once we're conceived, spirit enters the body, the veil goes down, and it's a necessary thing. You know, there's no point in coming to this plane, third dimensional plane, knowing that you are a eternal, immortal being, all-powerful, all-knowing and godlike. That's not going to get you what you came here to learn, which could be humility, love, etc. Yeah. So down comes the veil, and we forget who we are. We forget where we're from. We forget all our past and future lives. And we pretty much, we're here, learning. And so if we're going to learn, we've got to be easily programmable. No point in having a blank screen that you can't draw on. So of course the soul, this human form, is easily programmed. And I guess the question is, maybe the question is, what are you programmed with? But that is not the topic of today's podcast. Yeah. You are an eternal, immortal being. Just about every spirituality or religion believes that we're more than just a meat sack that dies one day. In fact, most spirituality believes that every living thing has spirit, and that every living thing, whilst its physical form may pass, its essential nature, its essential self does not. So this essential self, this spirit that exists within all sentient beings, how do we connect to that? Well, it's easier than you might think. I ran a meditation the other night, like I run a meditation every Wednesday night. I ran one the other night, 7 p.m. Brisbane time, Australia. and you're welcome to attend. Have a look for the link in the comments. We ran a meditation, and it was great. It was very deep. They're all great, by the way. But this one, we delved into beyond the veil to that essential nature of ourselves. And I called it the ocean that gives rise to the waves. So I'm going to put that up as a podcast. It's actually a meditation, but those of you that do like to meditate or might like to see how good meditation can be might have a listen to that. So this essential self, this essential nature, it's not your thoughts, it's not your feelings, it's not your programs, it's not your assumptions, it's not your beliefs. And if you follow that meditation and you go to that place within, that 0 point place within your own heart, shall we say, and observe from that space, looking back upon your soul self, your human self, your physical, emotional, mental bodies, you'll find in that place a huge pool of calm and stillness. It could be called happiness, but it's beyond happiness. It's kind of like bliss, because there is an absence of emotion. It's not just that there's no negative emotion in that place. It's not just from that place within that you don't feel like you're being pushed around by reality, by the day-to-day. It's not just that. It's that in that place you are the stillness that gives life to reality. You are the ocean that gives rise to the waves. And there's a delineation between what I would call the soul field, which is this incarnation, and the spirit field. And between now and when I put that meditation up, which will only be a couple of days after I release this podcast, because I want you to think about it a little bit before you delve into the meditation. There is a space between the soul field and the spirit field. Maybe it's like a layer, I don't know. But if you were to right now just listen to me speaking and whatever else is going around in your head, the sounds like those birds you can hear on the recording, little peewees running around the backyard. If you really observe, that's a hard word for me to say, everything that you're feeling is going on around you, and then you were to relax your focus from that state of being aware and become aware of that part of you that is aware of being aware. In that space, it's like when you're actually talking, at the same time your brain's going on, evaluating, making decisions about what you're talking about what the other person's doing. Well, that's one level of this. So you've got the talking you, like I've got me talking right now. While I'm talking right now, I'm thinking about what I'm going to say next, probably thinking about how the words I'm saying are going to affect what you're going to hear, trying to make sure those words are aligned with what I want to say. So there's kind of two minds going on at the moment. There's the mind that is interacting with the world, and there's the mind that is thinking for the mind that is interacting with the world. But then there's another mind, if we want to call it that. A mind that sits, maybe there's several layers, that sits there. Call it superconscious. I call it spirit. And when you think from that mind, what's going on doesn't have the charge, doesn't have the intensity to it. So yeah, essential self, true nature, spirit. I'll post up that meditation in a couple of days' time. Yeah. So that's it for today. Thank you, love you, bless you, and I hope the best for you. Pop some comments in. Let me know what you think. Email me at themysticfool@martinworth.com. I will reply. And help the algorithm if you can. If you're in a situation listening to this where you can hit the like button, like it for me if you do. And if you don't, tell me why. Yeah. I'd like to know. Okay. See ya.